Actually, what I said is that what we need maybe to change when we write, think, talk about women in the media is try and underline the importance of changing the perception of women. Women have changed. The media is going very fast. Society is not going that fast. So the perception of women in the media needs to change. Women are there. Women are in the media. It's true that they need more visibility in spheres of decision making. It's true that they shouldn't be confined to just gender issues. They need to tackle all issues. It's also true that society does not expect to see successful women in the media. They would prefer more men in general. There are many differences here. But by changing the perception, what I mean is keeping in mind that you cannot have a pluralistic, a democratic society if women are not there as creators of the media, not only consumers of the media. This is what I try to pass on to the audience because I believe in it. I have been working on the cultural constraints for more than 3 decades now, and I know how very deeply ingrained they are in our mentalities, men and women. And I know that we unconsciously sometimes consciously pass them on to the other generation by the way we do the upbringing of our boys, for example, by our behavior also. So changing the perception is possible. I have a lot of faith in young men and young women, and I think the combination is something new. Like these young men are no longer like their fathers. They are ready to help in the kitchen. They are ready to talk about these things, even if they don't do it in public. But at least from what I see, there is a lot of change in the air when it comes to young men and women, although I think that women are less difficult to convince because women are communicators. Women in the media is something very important for most the young women I know, and women are they can easily understand that they need to go ahead with but honestly, working on a young man is very important also, very, very important. Academia, given its nature, it needs some distance, it needs some reflection, it needs, authors are usually alone, they write, it's a lonely thing, whereas activism or society that's collective, that's the real meat, that's where that's behavior, that's all that. I think we need both. You cannot be everything as a woman or a man. So the media is a public sphere which needs, I think, academics, activists, and politicians. Some people are capable of being the three in my generation, but now I think more and more specialization is needed because the media itself is becoming an industry. You cannot be a specialist of the media, a specialist of civil society at the same time and do the job the way you would love it or you'd like to do it. I was an activist when I was younger, but now I am more into academia because that's where I find myself. That's where I invested more. So, and I also believe in the youth to make things move maybe better than I do. But I still believe that my ideas, I take them from activism. I listen. So there is this interaction. To answer your question, it's a mixture of these two. What we are doing here is good, mixing these heads, talking to politicians at the same time, to academics and activists. We have to include all these people. It takes a lot to make change. It takes everybody. And when I say women, politicians, or this and that, I mean, we shouldn't forget rural women. Yeah, it's all women. It's all women because these are the women we are trying to serve. Although, I mean, who am I to speak in the name of that woman? She knows her life better than me. But it's these women also that constitute the black shades in what we do. I mean, it's a shame to think of high percentages of illiteracy. It's a shame. And media illiteracy is also a shame, because when you talk to Moroccan women, the everyday Mrs. Women, they are for education, and they are the ones who help their kids. I mean, haven't you been touched by what our footballers are saying about their mothers? Yeah, my mother worked in she was like a domestic and so on, but I could get bread on the table because of her. And now I am very proud of her.